It has been almost 2 weeks since the massive train derailment in Ohio, and people who live in that area are being told that it's safe to return home. But many still worried about the lingering after effects of the toxic chemicals contaminating those towns. WFXR's Anna McDougall takes a look at the possibility that something like this could happen in our area. Anna, what can you tell us?
Drew, there are a lot of trains coming in and out of our area every single day. These tracks behind me run right through downtown Lynchburg beside the James River. And a lot of the trains that come through here are carrying hazardous materials just like the one that derailed in Ohio. Each day, trains carry plastics, fuel, chemicals, and more throughout residential areas. Chemists say one of the biggest risks is contamination of the environment.
Air contamination, and if a liquid spills and flows into a river, for example, that's, surface contamination.
Deck says contamination of waterways can be particularly dangerous because of how many people it can impact.
If the rail car opens up right next to a stream or a creek, that's a real bad thing.
He adds that toxic chemicals can sometimes travel miles through both water and air. Lynchburg resident Michael Preston is a train enthusiast, but says he wouldn't live too close to a railway.
If I was living close to Class 1 railroad tracks, I would be quite concerned, personally.
Preston recounts a derailment that happened in Lynchburg back in 2014 and says it's sad to see that kind of catastrophe hit so close to home. Virginia Tech mechanical engineering professor Mehdi Ahmadian says about 80% of derailments are caused by one of two factors.
Either a failure in the track or they are caused by a failure in the wheel.
He adds that trains are actually one of the safest forms of transportation, but the mechanics are so precise that small errors can be devastating.
They deal with circumstances that just about leaves no margin of error.
While there is no guaranteed way to prevent derailments, he says the risk is overall very low. Now, Deck also mentions that although not super common, there are some serious long-term effects to exposure to some of these chemicals. He says a good rule of thumb is if it smells bad, it'll probably make you sick, and you should seek medical attention immediately. Reporting live in Lynchburg, Anna McDougall, WFXR News.
All right, Anna, thank you. And CSX Transportation, one of the railways that travels through our area, says in a statement that it's working closely with first responders and regulatory agencies to ensure the safety of the community and their employees.